20 years ago, nobody knew what you were doing at 2 p.m. Nobody knew what you ate. Nobody knew where you went. Nobody knew how you spent your evening. Your life simply existed. Today, millions of people feel an invisible pressure to show it, to post it, to prove it, to make it look interesting enough to be seen. And slowly, something strange happens. You stop asking, "Am I enjoying my life?" and start asking, "Will this look good online?" Social media did not become powerful because people suddenly became shallow. It became powerful because it changed the environment. For most of human history, you compared yourself to a small circle: your family, your co-workers, people in your town, maybe a few dozen lives you could observe closely. And those lives were real. You saw the ordinary parts, the bad days, the struggles, the boredom. But social media removed the ordinary. What you see now is not someone's life. It is the most polished fragments of it. The best vacation, the proudest moment, the biggest achievement, the happiest photo. And when the brain consumes thousands of these fragments every week, it starts building a distorted picture of reality. It feels as if everyone else is moving faster, succeeding earlier, traveling more, living better. Not because they are, because you are seeing their highlights while living inside your own unedited life. This changes how your brain evaluates progress. What once felt normal now feels slow. What once felt like success now feels average. Your career, your body, your relationships, your lifestyle. Nothing may have actually declined, but comparison has expanded. And when comparison expands, satisfaction shrinks. You begin measuring your life against people you have never met, against timelines that are not yours, against achievements that may have taken someone 10 years to reach, but appear in your feed as a single moment. And slowly, without noticing, the purpose of your life begins to shift. You stop asking, "What kind of life do I want to build?" and start asking, "How does my life compare to everyone else's?" That is a dangerous change, because comparison never ends. There will always be someone richer, someone more attractive, someone more successful, someone more visible, and social media places all of them in your pocket, 24 hours a day. But comparison is only part of the mechanism. The deeper change happens with attention. Social media trains your brain to expect constant stimulation. A new post, a new video, a new notification, a new reaction. Something is always happening. And when the brain becomes used to constant novelty, normal life begins to feel unusually quiet. Work feels slow. Conversations feel longer. Progress feels invisible. Because real life does not deliver rewards every few seconds. It moves gradually, through effort that no one applauds, through days that look ordinary, through progress that is invisible until years pass. But social media interrupts this process. It fills every pause with stimulation. And when your brain never experiences silence, it begins to lose tolerance for it. Focus becomes harder. Deep work feels heavier. Patience weakens. Not because you lack discipline, because your nervous system has been trained to expect constant reward. Over time, something even more subtle begins to happen. Your identity starts adjusting to the audience. You don't just live your life. You imagine how it will look when it's seen. You take the photo before you enjoy the moment. You think about the caption before the experience is even finished. And slowly, The line between living and presenting begins to blur. Decisions start shifting, not because they feel right, because they look impressive. A place becomes interesting if it photographs well. An activity becomes valuable if it can be shared. A moment becomes meaningful if it receives reactions. And without realizing it, your life becomes partially optimized for visibility, for attention, for approval. But approval is unstable. Some posts get reactions, some don't. Some moments get noticed. Some disappear without a trace. And when your sense of worth starts depending on reaction, confidence becomes fragile. It rises when people respond, and drops when they don't. This is how social media quietly reshapes motivation. You begin chasing visibility instead of alignment, attention instead of meaning. Over time, the cost becomes visible, not suddenly, gradually. You feel restless without stimulation. Moments of quiet feel uncomfortable. A walk without checking your phone feels longer than it should. And the strange part is that your life may still look perfectly normal. You go to work, you meet people, you complete tasks. But part of your attention is always elsewhere, waiting for the next signal, the next reaction, the next update, the next confirmation that you still exist in other people's awareness. And when attention is constantly divided, depth disappears. You start many things, but fewer things truly move forward. Goals take longer, focus breaks easier, progress becomes inconsistent, not because you lost ambition, because your attention is scattered across hundreds of tiny moments that never compound. And that is the quiet danger of social media. It doesn't usually destroy lives through dramatic collapse. It erodes them through distraction, through comparison, through the constant pressure to be seen. Until one day, you notice something simple. You have spent years watching other people live, while your own life moved forward more slowly than it could have. The solution is not to disappear from the internet. It is to reclaim something that social media quietly takes away: your attention. Because attention is where your life actually happens. And wherever your attention goes repeatedly, your future follows.